Your legacy awaits you. That has never changed. The only question is, which image is sitting on your throne? There are two kinds of men who build a house. The first type receives it the way a son receives a name, the way a farmer receives ground that was fertile before he ever arrived. He holds it open-handed because he knows where it came from. He knows it was a gift, a divine gift. He guards it and he cultivates it. It points back through him to the one who gave it. The second man, he hunts it down. He is predatory. He does not wait to receive. He moves through the world with a closed fist, acquiring, claiming, stacking territory until the stack is high enough to call itself a throne. The name he builds is his own, and the kingdom is his own. The image he puts at the center is his own. Nimrod is the second man. And before he builds a single wall, the pattern has already told you everything you need to know about him. Go back to the beginning of the canon. Eden is a mountain, height as proximity to the divine, given as gift. Water descends from the source to everything downstream. The Adam, the human, is placed there as recipient. Before he is anything else, the vocation is given first. Dominion comes as trust. The image bearer administers it, and it points back upward through him to the one who gave it. Ascent toward the heights in the canon is recognized as movement towards the divine, a coronation event. This is glory. The dragon's own declaration in Isaiah, I will ascend, I will sit on the mount of assembly, and I will make myself like the Most High. This is the same vertical axis, but reversed direction. This is not height received, this is the heights seized. And when you understand that geometry, gift descending versus the heights seized, you can read every throne in Scripture against it. Every man who has ever consolidated his power and every kingdom that has organized itself around a name, you can see immediately whether what is sitting in the center is the image of the giver or the image of the dragon. Nimrod's kingdom, Babel, Erech, Akkad, Calneh, the whole land of Shinar, this sits in the lowlands, the flat plains. Chosen, not given. Nothing here pulls the eye upward, and nothing here is entrusted. The heights are proximity to the divine, dominion received and administered by the open-handed image bearer. Then the plains are authority apprehended, dominion seized and claimed as right. You cannot put the dragon's image on Eden's mountain. You must make its inversion. So the dragon's image gets a throne on the one piece of ground that is made common by its location. Distance from the sacred. Everything on the plains is horizontal, and that is where everything is seized. His orientation and posture are revealed before his kingdom ever exists. Gibbor, mighty warrior, man of renown, the one whose strength becomes the basis of his sole claim. In the canon, gibbor is not a condemnation. Strength, honor, and glory, these are virtues when properly received. So the problem was never the thing itself. The question is always what the strength holds and how the honor was attained, whether it is received and extended outward or seized and gathered inward. You see, strength as gift and strength as throne are not equal. They are not the same. So Nimrod, he is gibbor before Adonai, mighty in the face of, generating his own name in the presence of, and exalting himself before the Lord. The text is precise. This is not strength exercised through the source. This is strength exercised in the face of the source. The fist is already closed before the first stone is ever laid. It needs nothing it cannot apprehend for itself. You see, a throne, after all, must have a name attached to it. And that name organizes everything beneath it. The subjects, territory, law, the identity of the culture, all referred back to the one sitting on it. In Eden, the organizing name was never the human's own. Adam operates under a name and authority that he received. Everything he does refers back through him to the one who placed him there. The structure is recipient-shaped. Name flows down, the human administers it, and it points directly back up to the heavens. Babel inverts this with a precision. Let us make for ourselves a name. That ambition only becomes real once there is someone for the name to attach to. An empire's heart is its occupied throne. With Nimrod occupying it, the empire finally has what the builders were straining for: a name, a center, an identity. Except the name that sticks to this throne is not Nimrod's. He tried to name his own kingdom, but what the kingdom received was Babel, the Hebrew word for confusion. Not the name he reached for or strived for. Instead, a verdict handed down from the outside of his closed ecosystem. He sought the throne of self-naming, and the divine will named it for him. The exact inversion that he tried to construct turned on him and became his own diagnosis. So he organized an entire civilization around a name, and that name, it carries no glory. Instead, that name carries confusion. The man who builds his name discovers the name that survives him is not the one he built. And the heavens came down to look. Vayared Adonai lirot. And the Lord came down to see. You see, there is a substantial gap between the claim that our heads are going to reach up to the heavens and the reality that it was not nearly enough to close the distance. And that gap, it doesn't shrink simply because the project matured from a building site into a kingdom. The gap actually widened. Now, there is a person at the center instead of a crowd, a single will, a single throne, and a single name standing in for the whole inverted Eden, which means a single point where the verdict lands the hardest. This designation is not really about Nimrod specifically. It never was. It is about every throne built on that ground, with that posture and under that master. The image of the dragon enthroned over an inverted Eden isn't a curiosity that happened once in Shinar and then stayed there. It happens to be the shape every house gets measured against. You have Egypt, Assyria, Babylon proper. Every kingdom the prophets will describe in language lifted directly from this pattern. The pattern does not need reinventing. It only needs a new man willing to hunt instead of receive, to consolidate instead of extend, and to sit on lowland ground and try to attain his own summit, to build to the heights himself. There are two images, and there are, as a consequence of that, two directions the vertical axis runs. There is the open hand and also the closed one, the name received and also the name seized. The text does not moralize about this, and it simply does not offer a third path. It shows you what happens to each. The image of Elohim, under its proper name, extends outward, dominion given as trust, blessing flowing through the image bearer to everyone downstream of him. The image of the dragon enthroned consolidates inward. It does not extend as a blessing, it expands as an appetite. The throne does not change the verb. It gives the verb a kingdom-sized object. Your legacy awaits you. That has never changed. The only question is, which image is sitting on your throne?